Alright, what is going on, guys? Baller TV back, and today we are back with another rebuild on Madden 21, taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Looking at this Cardinals team, I'm pretty excited to rebuild them because they have a lot of players I really like a lot. I think they had a great offseason, maybe the best offseason in the NFL, or one of them at least in this past offseason. So obviously Kyler Murray has really elevated his play. He's a really talented quarterback. I think he's going to have a very solid career. They've really done a good job surrounding him with weapons. So getting Kenyon Drake at the deadline last year, Drake's played well. He played well last season. He's coming around this season. Obviously, they traded for D-Hop with that beautiful trade they made. He's the best receiver in the NFL, in my opinion. That was a really good move. The offensive line needs work, and so does the tight end room. But with D-Hop and Christian Kirk at receiver after Fitz retires, I like where we're at there. I like Kyler Murray, and we might look to upgrade running back, but Kenyon Drake will work for now. Then defensively, they took one of my favorite prospects in the entire draft with Isaiah Simmons. I'm not sure what position I'm going to put him at to end this video, but for now he's going to play free safety for us. I don't really know what to do with him, guys. He's so good. He can play so many positions, but that's where we're going to have him for now. Budda Baker is a beast, one of the best safeties in the NFL, if not the best. A few guys like Fitzpatrick and Jamal have him beat, but he's solid. Chandler Jones is so underrated, such a great player. And then they drafted Byron Murphy in the Kyler Murray draft. That was a very solid second-round pick. So there's a lot of things I like, guys. Like I said, need to upgrade a few of the linebackers. Need to upgrade maybe a few of the corners, the defensive line for sure. But this team's solid. So we are in week 9. This team is currently, I think, 5-2, maybe 5-2, I think. So I'm going to sim to the end of the season, guys, see how this team does. We might make the playoffs. I'm not sure. I might make a few trades. I'm not sure. You guys will see all of that in just 1 second. After losing 4 straight to start the season, we rattled off 5 straight wins, putting us at 10-6. Good enough to make the wild card round. So let's go ahead and look at some stats here. Kyler Murray played pretty well. I like to see these numbers go up next year, but I'm definitely not complaining. He played pretty well, like I said. Kenyon Drake didn't play too bad, but we just might look to upgrade him. I mean, if I can get a Kamara and free agency, I probably will do that. Receiving the ball, D-Hop played pretty well, but hopefully these numbers go up with Murray's yards going up next year, hopefully. Kirk with 11 touchdowns, that's amazing. Larry Fitz played pretty well as kind of a third option this year. And then the rest of the guys played well also. And then defensively, let's go ahead and see how we did here. I'm assuming, wow, Chandler Jones only had 4.5 sacks. He's had like over 12 for the past 5 years. Man, you've got to fix your game. This is stupid. So we didn't get many sacks. That's really dumb. But interceptions, apparently we did get some of those. That is really good to see, considering we aren't getting the quarterback very much. Pretty solid season overall, but definitely a lot of room for improvement. Somehow we're facing the Falcons in round 1. I'm pretty sure the Falcons are currently 1-6 in real life, so I guess that means they won 9 straight games to get into the playoffs. So this team appears to be very, very hot. That's interesting. So here's their team. I mean, I'm not going to show you too much of who they have. Apparently, they went and got Earl Thomas because it's just year 1. We probably won't win a Super Bowl this year. I don't think the Cardinals team can in real life. I think they're good. They probably will be a playoff team, but I don't see them making a Super Bowl run this season. So it's just year 1. Let's see if we can win a game or not. And yeah, we lose. That does not surprise me. This team is not ready for a Super Bowl run yet, like I just said. But that Falcons team, man, there is no way they make the playoffs. So this trade kind of started as a joke. I was trading Alford to the Panthers. They were the only team that had interest in him in the NFL. And I was like, you know what? I wonder how hard it would be to Christian McCaffrey, because Madden's trade system is so broken. I'm just going to see how easy I can get McCaffrey on this team. And then I was like, okay, well, Hicks, I could replace him pretty easily in next year's free agency class. And then I was super close. None of it was a second-round pick. And long story short, now we have McCaffrey. So this offense now features Kyler Murray, Christian McCaffrey, and DeAndre Hopkins. That is absolutely insane, man. This offense should put up 40 a game next year. I think I've decided everyone I'm going to sign in free agency. So after getting McCaffrey, our offense should be loaded. I needed the tight end. I just got him on a 1-year deal. Jordan Reed, he's pretty solid. A center on a 1-year deal. 2 defensive tackles on a 1-year deal. Garyon Conley on a 2-year. Speed rusher to replace Hassan Reddick on the other side of the linebacker core. Ryan Kerrigan, I figured if I had the money, I might as well spin it. Another defensive tackle here. Trying to get Campbell back. Not sure if I will, though. Trevathan, trying to add him to be our second middle linebacker. And then a few more linemen and a fullback. So really just kind of filling our needs here. Hopefully get a really good player with the first overall, or our first round draft pick. And hopefully hit on some needs in the late rounds as well. So I'm going to go ahead, probably hop into the draft here. Might make one more trade, we'll see. But if not, I will see you in the draft. Alright guys, here's the team for the start of year number 2. I didn't show you the draft because for the most part I didn't really take anybody. I only selected 3 players, which were Sage Surratt and Najee Harris. He was in the 6th round, he was in the 3rd round. And then I took Christian, I believe, Rumpf in the 2nd. I traded my first round pick, I traded it down, and I really just stockpiled on picks for next year because at my first round pick there was nobody there who was worth taking. So that was my game plan. Looking at the team, the offense should be really, really good. I mean, this offense should be outstanding. Adding McCaffrey with D-Hop and Murray and Kirk and adding Reed and improving the offensive line. I'm really excited to see how they do. Hopefully we're a 40-piece team. The defense, though, I'm a little nervous about this defense, guys. The secondary, the safeties are amazing, but the corners are pretty lackluster. And the defensive line is not great either. The linebackers are pretty decent actually, but the team's got a long way to go. The defense especially. So I'm going to start simming games, guys. Hopefully this defense can pick it up and hopefully the offense can play like they should. And if that happens, we should be a playoff team. But if not, it could be a rough year number 2. But year number 3, guys, this team might be one of the best ones we've ever built. I'm not really sure what happened, guys. I thought the team improved drastically, and we finished 3-13.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Let's go ahead and look at some stats here, see what went wrong. Kyler Murray did not improve like I thought he was going to. That is confusing. McCaffrey did not play like he usually does. That is also confusing. D-Hop didn't have 1,000 yards. Madden, I want you to take a good long look in the mirror and then come back and tell me why the hell DeAndre Hopkins, the greatest receiver in football right now, could not get 1,000 yards on this team. And then after you do that, we're all cool. But seriously, he can't get 1,000 yards on this team. And then defensively, I'm assuming we were just a train wreck. Yeah, we didn't get many sacks at all. Chandler Jones played a bit better, but that's not reassuring considering I might lose him this offseason. And then we got much worse in the secondary as well. So the good news, the light behind all of this is we have tons of cap space in the best free agency class, you know, in these videos. And we also have a ton of draft picks. A lot of draft picks, and we should have a lot of good draft picks considering we're at 3-13. We had all of our picks, I think, and then I added some more. So I'm going to try to get a lot of picks in the first round, guys. And in year 3, this team should be absolutely loaded. If we can't win more than 3 games in year 3, I'm going to rage. So I'm going to go into the free agency period, guys. I will see you with who we are signing. Alright guys, we are about to make a crap ton of trades, just clearing up cap space and acquiring first round picks. I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to show you because this is going to take a little bit of time, but I'm not going to explain all these trades. Just know they're on big contracts, they're not worth their money, and they're getting us first round picks. Clearing up some more money here using our draft capital to our advantage, getting another top 10 pick. You guys know the drill at this point, I hope anyway. Here is the last and most ridiculous trade. We now have a ton of first round draft picks and a ton of money to spend in this loaded, which, I mean, I haven't even seen the free agency yet. I'm just assuming it should be loaded. Man, you guys already know who I'm going after for year number 3. I'm getting all 3 of these guys once again. Here's the deal. I wouldn't keep signing them if I didn't need them so bad, but I do need all 3 of them. Our defense was horrendous last year. I'm hoping signing these 3 players can turn us from a 3-13 team into a playoff team, and I'm hoping the draft picks I'm about to show you guys can turn us from a playoff team into a contender. We have to draft well, but assuming we do, this team should be locked and loaded, ready to go for year number 3. Here's the roster for the start of the 3rd and final season. I've got to say, on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball, I absolutely love what we've done with every single position except the offensive line. We have what, 3 rookies and 2 guys who are 70 and 68 starting on the offensive line for us. But other than that, though, guys, this team is really pretty good. This team, as long as the offensive line holds up enough for KYLER and McCaffrey to ball out, this team should be very, very dangerous this year, with the offense improved a bit and then the defense improved a whole lot. The defense was the worst part of this team last year. Now they are the complete strength of this team. Hopefully we can go out, just get tons of sacks, tons of picks, and be an amazing team. So I'm going to go ahead and start simming, guys. I will see you at the end of the season with how we did. I just realized I forgot to show you who we drafted. We drafted a ton of people, so I didn't show you live, but here's who we took. Stingley, we took, I think, 3rd overall. This was a late round pick. This was a second round pick, first 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 round pick, and then, yeah, that is it for the most part. It was a crazy draft, like I just obviously told you guys, but it turned out pretty well. I gave some guys potentials because the guy who makes this draft class does not give potential to offensive or defensive linemen at all. So I gave a few guys, you know, star or whatever. But yeah, guys, that was the draft. Sorry about that. I totally forgot. We finished 10-6 this year, which was good enough to win the division, getting us into the playoffs, hosting a playoff game in the wild card round. So before I show you who the Washington football team has, let's go ahead and look at some stats real quick. Kyler Murray played pretty well again this year. He played his best in his first year, though, which is disappointing. The offense was really struggling, so I went ahead and traded for a new center and a new right tackle with his draft picks, and they started to really improve. So hopefully the offensive line improvements will help this team. McCaffrey did not rush for many touchdowns, but he ran for a lot of yards every year, so that's promising. Najee Harris added some goal line touchdowns, I would assume. Receiving the ball, I don't know why Madden is the way it is. I run a spread, so you can't say it's my scheme. I run a spread. Christian Kirk and DeAndre Hopkins should both have over 1,000 yards easily. I don't understand this game at all. And then defensively, we really cranked the heat up this year, getting 14 sacks from Von Miller and 12.5 from J.J. Watt, and then 6 from our rookie out of Purdue. So that is really solid to see. Interception numbers were a bit down, but the pressure we're getting on the quarterback is really solid. So overall, I'm very happy with how this team improved this year. Here is the Washington football team's roster. So Scary Terry is in fact their best player, which is good to see because Jaire Alexander is one of ours. So that should be just a wash right there. Kendall Fuller really improved a lot. But guys, this team is, I don't know, it's weird. It's really weird. It's kind of pissing me off. I don't know how to explain it. They're just not that great. I don't know. They got Trask. That's solid. He's a really solid quarterback. He could be very good if he pans out right. But I don't know, man. I don't like this team at all. This team should be very easy to beat. I would hope. Madden, please don't screw me over. This team is not even close to as good as our team is. Give me a win, Madden, please, for the love of God. Thank you. We rout them 31-10. That is accurate, and we're taking on the Green Bay Packers in the divisional round. Well, this Packers team is definitely a lot better than that Washington football team, team that we just played. I mean, one of the best offensive linemen in the game, one of the best receivers in the game, one of the best defensive linemen in the game, one of the best running backs, one of the best pass rushers, and one of the best quarterbacks. This team is really very sound, very solid. They don't go as far as the entire starting lineup as we do, but their top end talent is very impressive, just like ours is. So this should be interesting. In my humble opinion, I believe our team is much better than theirs, but we'll see what Madden thinks. So come on, Madden, give me a win right here. Come on, Madden, let's go. We get the win. They were taking on the Vikings in the conference championship. This Vikings roster is better than the Washington football team, but I would say worse than the Packers. That doesn't matter though, because if you can get in Madden's algorithm and you can do what they like, you will win as many games as they want you to. This team is interesting for sure. I'm not really sure what to think of it. They're definitely solid, but interesting to be in the conference championship for sure. 75 overall, Kirk Cousins, it appears, is still leading the way. So this should be interesting. Again, I like our odds here, but we'll see what Madden thinks. So can we get a win? Madden, please send me to the Super Bowl. Please send me to the Super Bowl, Madden, and we lose by 10. Don't agree with that one, but hey, I'll take the conference championship appearance any day of the week. Here is one last look at the team before I sign off, guys. This team was really solid, especially after I added Creed Humphrey and Logan Brown. But unfortunately, we couldn't get it done. One more year, if we could keep enough of these guys on the team, which I think we have everyone locked up long term for the most part, and we can keep finding money to pay all those guys, this team probably wins it next year, in my opinion. They're really, really solid, but unfortunately, we just couldn't get it done in year number 3. That being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you're enjoying the rebuilds, enjoying the videos as a whole, please let me know. Please leave a like and comment down below. Please subscribe, guys. We're trying to hit 300 before 2020 ends. My original goal was 200, but you guys crushed that. So let's see if we can hit 300. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.